we, the genius, live. You basically got obsessed with this one TED Talk about how in ancient Greece and ancient Rome, people believed that there were these divine spirits that would help artists with their works of art from afar, and we are the physical manifestation of that, except, everyone's destiny. I was your sign genius at birth. Case number P4495AD.
Okay, but that doesn't answer what you're doing here and why you decided to scare the life out of me.
I'm here to tell you that you're gonna die this morning. And I like the theatricality of it all, so sorry about that. But it was fun.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die? Wait, why? I think you're mistaken. I keep a fairly healthy lifestyle. I'm a partial vegetarian. Ask any of my friends. I drink an okay amount of water. I do some sort of physical activity, and I'm just realizing how vague all of my answers sound. But I'm confident about them. Oh, this isn't fair. It's not my time yet. I still have so much to see and do. Oh, come on, my dude. Are you sure you're not looking for a different Pedro?
Sorry, I don't make the rules. I'm just a messenger, and we are definitely looking for you. No mistakes here. Your thread ran short, so we only have a couple of hours. As your genius, it is part of my job to make sure that we establish your final thoughts.
My final thoughts?
Yes, we at least like to let people figure out that bit since we think it can help them go more peacefully. Luckily for you, I have compiled a list of things that constantly go through your head. Okay, so I think we should start with emotional. From your collective thoughts about being emotional, this mainly is composed of your friends poking fun at you for crying too much and essentially being way too sensitive at things you shouldn't really feel emotional towards. On the file, it states that you cried over Kingdom Hearts at least 574 times. Wow, that's a little sad.
I can't defend that.
Perfect. Let's start.
Hiccup. Ah, Dr. Wise. It's Carol. No, please don't hang up. It'll be real quick. You can double charge my card. I'm just asking for a few minutes. Okay. Thank you so much. So, I'm doing what you said and going for a walk, trying to take everything in, but not like emotionally investing myself into things. And as I was walking around the corner of the combination Taco Bell TJ Maxx, I saw the cutest little black cat. I tried so hard not to follow it, but I caved. I had to see its little toe beans. You know? Toe beans. Like little cat paws. Like little, anyway. So I followed it, and as I got closer, it happened. And it got so scared and ran away. Everything's fine. I'm completely fine. It's not like I wanted to see. It's Toby! Little Toby! Just walking around, a little cat ball! Get yourself together. Ugh. Yes, I'm just gonna do what you said and just stay strong and keep moving on. Have you ever thought about how there's always cheese on wrappers? Like it's the cheese that got stuck on the wrappers when it rubbed off? Like it was meant to be eaten, you know? Like that's what its sole purpose was. Now it's just there somewhere on the floor. Like who was blind to that cheese? Why didn't anyone just lick it off the wrapper? It has feelings too, you know. I know I should stop crying. I've been real good about not crying recently, but it's cheese. Who can't cry about cheese? Like there's brain. If you take away the vowels, what's left? Bird? Like now it's cold. No! Gosh darn it, Carol, no! You are better than this. It's not gonna be like your 6th high school reunion where the DJ had to stop his music because he thought my crying was part of his flashy Welcome to the Jungle remix. Or how I cried at Jill's baby shower when I thought the rubber nipples were too squishy. You're right, Dr. Wise. I just have to breathe. Thank you so much. You've been a great help. Okay, goodbye. Is that a clean trash can?
So, how was that?
How was that? What was that? How was that one of my final thoughts? I don't even know that lady.
We usually like to distance the dying person from being directly involved in their thought visions, which is what you just saw. We do throw in some sprinkle of the personality of the thinker, as in you. In your file, it says you like to deflect serious situations with comedy. So whereas the cool kids say, just vibin'.
Okay, no, I'm not buying this. I'm not gonna sit here and be told by a beanbag with googly eyes that
It's a rare condition.
I don't care. I'm just gonna do my best and procrastinate on this whole situation by mindlessly scrolling through Instagram on my phone. That sounds like the best idea. What the heck? Why isn't my phone working?
To help our journey, all electronics are permanently shut off so we can get our work done.
That is so stupid! Let me procrastinate in peace! Oh. Speaking of stupid Charlie, why can't I be in my own thought visions?
Would that make it easier for you? I want what is best for you. I believe that the subject should truly have control during their last moments. I've been helping you all your life. It's a pleasure for me to continue during these last few moments, especially since we actually get to talk. It's quite exciting to see you in person.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're my final thoughts, and it might help me come to terms with this. But before we continue, what's gonna happen when this is over? Like, to you and me? I mean, you're my genius, right?
Good question. First things first. Unfortunately, I can't speak much on the matter because there have been cases where people have gotten way too high on mushrooms and saw us. We're always there, next to you, but you don't see us. Usually when people see us, they absorb knowledge about the afterlife. It's too much for humans and their heads explode. As for me, I actually disappear. Just like poof, like a star blinking out, but without any pain or flashiness, literally. We're connected. When you go out, so do I. So, shall we avoid your head exploding and move forward? I'll change the thought stuff so you can be more involved from now on.
Oh. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's part of the job. No sad feelings. You really want to see these eyes cry?
Not really. So, identity is next. What's gonna be about? About how long I take in those video game creator modes? I know like 4 hours is a long time per character, but like I'm picky and I don't want to make the wrong choice.
No, it's actually about how you never feel brown enough, specifically Mexican enough. It stems from your mom calling you a coconut, brown on the outside but white on the inside, once when you were younger, your feeling of sounding white when you speak Spanish, and from a recent comment literally of someone telling you you're not Mexican enough.
Do we have to do this one?
Yes. Unfortunately, we are running out of time and we have to get all your thoughts in order. So, take a deep breath and just remember, it won't last long. It's like what people say, it'll be like a band-aid. Here we go.
Mijo.
Who's there?
Mijo, ya estoy harto con lo que estás haciendo con tu vida.
You're done with what I'm doing with my life? What do you mean?
Ay, qué bueno, entiendes. Necesitamos hablar.
Talk about what?
La vida que tienes ahorita. Tú estás viviendo mucho en este mundo pensando que eres puro americano. Tú tienes la sangre de un mexicano y no estás haciendo nada para recordarte de tu gente.
Okay, that's not true. I'm trying to speak more Spanish. Culture is rooted in its language, isn't it? You can't tell me I'm not trying. I actually have a brain and you're just an ominous floating skull.
¿Sabes qué? Porque te quieres hacer el chistoso, me voy a bajar de mi nivel para que me entiendas mejor. You are going to learn a lot about floating skulls tonight.
Technically, if you want to get down to my level, you have to stop floating.
I swear, if I had my full body, I would be running to get my chancla y el cinturón so you can shut your smart mouth.
Ha ha. Okay, floating skull, you got a name?
Of course, it's Diego.
Okay, Diego. What the heck do you want?
I'm here to tell you that you made a mistake.
A mistake?
Yes, you have been ignoring your culture and now at the end of your life, it's one of the reasons that you're confused about everything. You have nothing to root you, so now you're all lost.
Okay, that's a totally baseless accusation. Hasn't it occurred to you that maybe I'm confused because life is complicated and I'm still trying to figure it out?
We're not here to talk about who to blame. I'm here to try to save you by trying to teach you how to be more of a Mexicano. First of all, let's talk about your Spanish. ¿Por qué you sound like a high school student that dropped out of Spanish 1? Te escuchas como una fresa.
First of all, you sure have a lot of lip for not having any skin. Second, I only sound funny when I speak Spanish because my teachers in first grade pushed me to learn English so much that when I spoke Spanish, they would get mad at me and I forgot how to speak some of it. Third, I don't have a third point.
Okay, well, then why have you pushed away our culture so much as you were growing up, huh? You used to know el himno. You made good friends in Reynosa by your abuela's house. Your familia is there, mijo. How can you back away from your family, your Mexican family?
I was young when I lived in Mexico. I don't remember much of it. And it wasn't my choice to move back to Texas. I was like 5 or 6. I literally had no choice. And I didn't push away our culture. I was just experiencing life in a new country, trying to do well in school like my family wanted me to, trying to make a better life for me. And I visited my family as much as I could too. It was out of my control, and because of that, I grew distant from Mexico. Don't you notice something here? I didn't have much control over the situation. I just was. And I don't know why I'm being reprimanded by a floating skull about it.
You chose to not visit so many times as you got older. And when you did, you were usually quiet most of the time. You hated speaking to your relatives. You have been brainwashed by this American way when this country just pushes our people away so often. You really want to be just an Americano? You don't care about our culture. You have forgotten who you are and where you come from.
That's because I was so embarrassed that I sounded awful when I spoke. I understood my family most of the time, and they encouraged me to speak English. They knew I was struggling to have a basic conversation with them. But now, I can speak just fine with them, and they like when I ask for help. I'm trying really hard, man. I'm Mexican American. And like it or not, that's who I am.
Well, I see that you're a lost cause. You have no intention to learn, and you're just a traitor to your people.
So, how was that?
It's whatever. Drop down what's next.
You know, my job is to help make things easier and to make you feel at peace. What can I do to help you? I know you at peace, and I know that this is not it. I have been with you for a while. Or forever, actually. Is there more you have to say?
It's just so hard to try to insert yourself into something that you've been pushing away for so long. I never intended to push away so much, and it hurts. Most of the time, I feel like I'm missing something, but I think what's important is that I'm relearning my culture, and I'm figuring out who I am, and being Mexican and American is part of that. So what if I'm a coconut? At least I'm a happy coconut. I guess I'm not such a tough nut to crack. I love puns.
Well, you do sound better. So, our final thought. Love! This stems from not feeling confident enough in yourself while in a relationship, and you constantly overthinking your partners, thinking that you're not good enough for them. So, shall we get started? Your class is ready.
Good afternoon, class of Ped's brain cells.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for joining me this year for Love 101 with your professor, Dr. Ped. Today, we are going to go over your relationship reports and how they fuck you up. First, your first love. You love this person very dearly. You met them on a CD app, so that should have been your first flag. You broke up the first time because they were going to go to a different university than you. And a year later, you guys got back together, stronger than ever, or so you thought. Things are going really well this time around. You told them you loved them in your room right after you got out of the shower. Wow, talk about vulnerable. Then they got distant after a few months. And it turns out they were cheating on you the whole time. and commitment issues. Womp womp. Next. The one that got away. Yes. Your most recent love. This happened during your time abroad. You guys fell in love fast and hard. You met them at their house party, and you asked them to dance, and in turn showed them a few dance moves, because they aren't that great of a dancer. Then you got gutsy. You sent them a message, and one thing led to another. A date, a kiss, and now you're in an 8-month-long distance relationship. Wow! 2 peas in a pod. Meant to be. You two were inseparable until you moved back to America. Then it became harder to talk to each other because of many reasons. They took forever to respond, if they ever did. Feelings faded, making you feel like you weren't good enough to keep someone's attention. You were feeling unattractive. You thought you weren't smart enough for them. You thought you weren't worth anyone's time. Last one, your current dating life. Wow. This is a mess. You've dated quite a bit of people in the city you just moved to. Numbers are pretty impressive, if I say so myself. But no matter how good you got along with that person, there was always one thing that ruined them. And this one thing just manifested in your head, making you think that your standards were way too high because that person didn't have it. But you don't know what it is. All of this has really messed you up, my dudes. It's safe to say that part of the reason of your failed relationships is because most of the time you don't love yourself. You don't think you're worthy of love. So, for my final lesson, loving yourself, segues. So, I think the most important part of loving yourself, or one of the important parts of loving yourself, is to hype yourself up. Give yourself a little bit of love. It might be easier to experience love if you give some of it to yourself. I will be your example today. And I will start off with, I am very caring. I care about a lot of things, and if you're my partner, hoo-wee, you can't escape that. Haha. Or even if you're my friend. Good luck with trying to get rid of my caring. I am funny as heck, and I do awkward mannerisms, if that has anything about what I'm doing right now, and it's mainly to make you laugh and show you love. So, love. Third, I am really good at video games, and that could take you to many places, like possibly esports and making a lot of money somewhere in the future. Who knows? Whatever happens, I'll be rich. Possibly from video games, segues, you know. We love to see it. But most importantly, I have a lot of love to give. I love my friends. I love my family, animals, food, beer, and I love me. I love how I'm rediscovering my culture in my adult years. I love how I get very emotional about things because it means I care very deeply and I have no shame in my emotions, any emotions. So, my fellow brain cells, I hope that right now you love yourself even in the slightest bit. You are there your whole life, regardless if you have a partner or not. And I think it's important that your love or happiness isn't dependent on someone else. So, for my final assignment, in the mirror and give yourself a big hug. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I love you all.
Well, that was our final thought. How do you feel?
Honesty? Very scared. Scared. This is the end. It's my end.
I understand how you feel. Uncertainty is hard. Endings are hard. Sometimes embracing the unknown is the best solution. To go head first into it.
I don't want to go just yet. This was weirdly fun. I want to share what I learned and see how my life would have been different. This isn't fair.
I know it's not fair, but just know that in your life, you've accomplished so much. You were loved by many. You will be missed by many. You said it yourself. You have so much love to give. And you did. That love that you gave will keep you in people's memories and hearts. Their hurt will mend.
Is it gonna hurt?
Not at all. You'll be okay.